What's good, everyone? Nightcage here. Welcome back to the Hoth Seige. This is our holiday campaign, and we're going to get right back into it. Here you see a corn warp portal that we recently built for the campaign. And basically what's happening here is the corn lord Hrathgar has the lantern here before him, and he's using the power of the lantern to possess the Inquisitor's body. So at the beginning of each turn, this is mission number 6 called the Sacrifice. At the beginning of each turn, I'll be rolling a d6. On a roll of a 1, the Inquisitor's body will be inhabited by a corn herald. And that corn herald, at that point, her body will be destroyed and the herald will come through. He is going to count as an icon of chaos, a living icon, and demons will be able to be summoned off of him. Demons that aren't summoned off of the living icon will be coming through the gate. But the sacrifice has to take place in order for that to happen. Meanwhile, on the Victus, the Flesh Tearer's battle barge, Gabrial, Seth, and the Cannoness Talia are discussing plans, a new operation plan from the Fort Command Base. And the chapter master turns to Talia and he tells Talia, "I've spoken with Captain Sikaris of the Ultramarines, and I'm full aware of the situation, Cannoness. It was unwise for you to hide the truth from my chapter. We are not your enemies. We've saved this Imperium 10,000 years ago during the Great Heresy, and my chapter are still paying the debt of the loss of our great Primarch Sanguinius, beloved by all. Chaos is our mortal enemy, and we will seek chaos out wherever it lies." The Cannoness turns to the chapter master and she says, "That's what I'm afraid of. The seed of Nurgle is here on Hoth, and Hrathgar's hordes have claimed the lantern. The lantern is a dangerous artifact. We must reclaim it, and it must go to the holy order of the Sisters Errant. There it will be secured. It's too dangerous for you, Chapter Master Seth. We cannot risk further corruption, and we cannot risk another heresy. I hope that this doesn't strike your honor, no disrespect intended." And the chapter master simply nodded and turned to his lieutenants. The high sanguinary priest edict stood by as the chapter master told him, "Prepare the strike force. We're returning to Hoth. We're going to take the lantern, and we're going to kill that heretic Inquisitor if we have to." The Cannoness nodded and entered the chapter master's flagship. All right, everyone, we're getting ready to enter turn number 1 for mission number 6, the Sacrifice. This is the deployment. Cannoness Talia and her sisters Errant are here of the Holy Order. The Flesh Tearers have all deployed. The Flesh Tearers are going to be deep striking the Storm Raven. A Terminator squad is going to be deep striking, along with the Vanguard Veteran squad. And Chapter Master Seth as the Warlord. He has the Coordinated Assault Warlord trait, so they get the +1 on the charge. And on the enemy side, Lord Hrathgar is using his Warlord trait as the Master of Deception, and he infiltrated 2 units of Berserkers and 1 Mutant squad. And the remainder of his forces are in reserve. The 3 units on the board, and the rest are in reserve because they have to come through the portal. His chosen will be coming through the portal, and we will be rolling at the beginning of every turn to determine if the Inquisitor gets sacrificed. So turn 1 coming up. Into turn 1, the Loyalist forces all moved up. The sisters fired on the Berserker squad, killing 1 Berserker over there. The tactical squad, Archibald, also fired on that same squad. Didn't hurt anyone. The Defiler, in return, fired back on squad Archibald, killing 4 Flesh Terror Marines and pinning the unit. The Berserkers all ran up. The snipers over here fired on Hrathgar's unit, killing 1 Berserker. The Traitor Guardsmen all moved up, fired all of their shots over here on the scouts, but did nothing. And the one lone Traitor Guardsman over here fired with his plasma gun, and he burnt himself up and died. And that is pretty much it for turn number 1. That's the end of turn 1. The Warlord tried to sacrifice the Inquisitor, but failed to do so. She's still resisting. Turn 2 coming up. And at the end of turn 2, Hrathgar was furious. The Loyalist units all moved up. The Vanguard veterans arrived to do a heroic intervention, but it was unneeded as the supporting sisters rapid fired in on the Berserker squad over here, killing a few. And Sergeant Morlock's unit moved in, shooting with their bolt pistols on the Berserker unit, and then Morlock challenges the Berserker champion and makes quick work of the champion. The assault squad, led by the chaplain, finished off the rest, leaving nothing but dead bodies in their wake as the Flesh Terrors are just running rampant over the battlefield. Death Company comes out of the Land Raider, supported by Cannoness Talia and her sisters, her Retributor squad, and they fired in on the Berserker squad, destroying the Berserker squad as the Death Company charged into the assault with Hrathgar's mutant horde. The Death Company made quick work of the horde, cutting down the first 10 with ease. The horde got a massive 44 attacks against the Death Company, and only 1 Death Company Marine went down. Rexor died. The rest of the Death Company Marines just went to work on the cultists. On the far side of the battlefield, the snipers continuing to lay down cover fire for the incoming Death Company, and the Furioso Dreadnought only taking down 1 Marine right now. Hrathgar standing atop of his great portal, still trying to sacrifice Inquisitor Vespa to get her possessed, and she's still resisting, and Hrathgar's army is being dwindled away very quickly. Round 2 was a big win for the Flesh Terrors and the Sisters. Turn 3 coming up.